As a registered midwife in Nigeria, circumcision is part of my job description. If I was in Nigeria, it's either I circumcise my child myself, maybe I will not be able because of the pain and everything, or I will actually ask my fellow midwife to help me out. And they're going to do it at little or no cost for me. But now that I'm in the UK, I can't go about circumcising a child because I have to be trained. I have to have the certificate before I circumcise a child. I can't even circumcise my child. So because of this, I have to spend a huge amount of money here in the UK to circumcise my child. Good day everyone and welcome back to Nurses Lecture Room. My name is Mercy Mary, popularly known as the Nurse with a Difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today we are going to be talking about the cost of circumcising a male child in the UK and also what this cost entails. Yeah, like I earlier said in my previous video, the NHS does not provide free circumcision except it is medically indicated. So what we have to do is to book an appointment with the private settings, with the private hospitals, with a private circumcision specialist to get our child circumcised, because back home it is part of our tradition and it is part of our culture. Now let's talk about the cost proper and what it entails. Circumcising a male child in the UK for infants and newborn, it usually costs between 150 to 800 pounds, but I spent 250 pounds circumcising my child. 250 pounds circumcising my child. That is equivalent to 500 and something thousand naira. Yes. Anyway, that was what I spent circumcising my child. It was actually a home visit. Yes, I didn't really take the child out because I didn't really want that unnecessary stress of circumcising him, putting him in the car, the pain and everything. So the circumcision specialist had to come down to my house to circumcise him. Yeah, it was a quick procedure, and after the procedure we were given some aftercare and all that. So that is the cost, between 150 to 800, and the cost of this circumcision is determined by the location, the time, different reasons, but basically the location. The circumcision specialist had to come all the way from London, yeah, to come and circumcise my child, and I got the contact from referrals. Yeah, so that is the cost of circumcising a newborn and also a fresh baby. Therefore, an adult, it's more complex. It has a lot of things. It's not like a child that is new and all that. For an adult, it costs more than 800 pounds. I think it's between 800 to 3,000 pounds. Depends on what they see there and depends on the reason why they are circumcising the child. So now let's talk about what the circumcision cost entails. What does the circumcision cost entails? First of all, the circumcision cost entails an initial consultation. Yeah, you have to have an initial consultations with the circumcision specialist where you are asked a lot of questions like past medical history in the family. You are asked questions about the welfare of the baby. Is the baby sick? Does the baby has this condition? Are you ready to carry out with the aftercare attached to circumcision? So you have a conversation with the circumcision specialist. But because my circumcision specialist was far away, I have to do initial consultations online through WhatsApp. So that was what we did. So the cost entails that initial consultation. Then the second thing it entails is the procedure proper. Yes, the 250 pounds entails the procedure proper. The circumcision specialist drives down to my house, gets the procedure done, brings all his equipment and tell me what I should keep on the side. So he asked me to keep 2 Pampers, a towel, and a Vaseline. So that's what I am to bring. Then he brings the rest equipment down. And for my baby, he didn't use a plastibell. He used, I think, the other type of circumcision I'm going to be explaining in the next video. And the third thing the circumcision cost entails is the aftercare and follow-up visit. Like I earlier said, my circumcision specialist is not close by. So the aftercare and follow-up visit, we usually do it online through WhatsApp. So like, okay, this is what you have to do next. This is what you have to do afterwards. Okay, this is how the healing is going. This is how you things like that. So that's the aftercare. But if he was close by, it ought to entail a visit to my house to check, okay, how's the baby doing? Is it growing well? And things like that. So if you are choosing a private sector, it is very, very important for you to choose a reputable clinic. Like I earlier said, for me, I had referrals. Yes, This circumcision specialists have done for up to 3 people. So I was given a number. It was my pastor's wife that actually referred me to the circumcision specialist. And this particular person has done a lot of circumcision in our church with no complications, with nothing at all or nothing to worry about. And make sure that they are registered with the Care Quality Commission and their staff are well qualified. These are the things you have to take into consideration. So when I also got the referral, I didn't just say, oh, he has circumcised a lot of people, let me just go ahead. I had to browse, do my research about him just to make sure that my child is in a safe hands. And I'm glad to say the circumcision went on perfectly well, and my baby healed within 8 to 10 days, and he's fine and he's back to normal activities. There was no bleeding, there was no infection, because I followed strictly on the aftercare that I was given, and I was glad that the procedure was a success. Okay, circumcision doesn't really come with a lot of complications. It doesn't really come with a lot of complications, especially at this young age. So it was fine, it was straightforward, and we did it. So that is the cost of circumcising your male child in UK. Thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mercy Mary saying thank you. Bye, and see you in our next video.